Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Children, we have finished chapter number 3, force and pressure, and today we are going to start chapter number 4, work and energy. Now, what is work? We all do work in a day-to-day life. So when we walk, run, play, lift things, carry load, ride a bicycle, and push or pull the objects, we say that we are doing work. But there is difference in the way we use the term work in our day-to-day life and the way we use it in physics. So in physics, work has a different definition. Now what is that? Suppose a boy is reading a book. We say that he is doing work. Similarly, a boy is pushing a wall. We say that he is doing some work. A potter is carrying a heavy load on his head. We say that he is doing some work. But in terms of physics, no work is done in such activities. So in physics, what is work done? In physics, work is said to be done only when an object moves on applying force on it. If the object does not move, then no work is done. So when the boy is pushing a wall and the wall does not move, it means according to physics or in terms of physics, no work is done. So no work is said to be done when the object does not move on applying force on it. And work is only said to be done when an object moves on applying force on it. Now there are two conditions when we can say that work has been done. Number one is force must be applied on an object, and number two is the object must move in the direction of the applied force. So two things are necessary. Number one is force must be applied on the object. Number two is the object must move in the direction of the applied force. So what are the two conditions for the work to be done? Number one, there must be force applied on an object and the object must move in the direction of the applied force. So work is also said to be done when force applied on an object changes its shape or size. When we apply force on an object and it changes its shape or size, then also we can say that work is done. In some cases, force applied does not make the object move. Rather, it changes the shape or size of the object. So, work is said to be done when it changes the shape or size of the object or when it moves the object. So, when a boy squeezes a rubber ball, he does work in changing the shape of the ball. So, when the shape or size changes on applying force, then also we can say that the work is done. When we make chapatis using dough or when we squeeze a slice of an orange, then also we have done work as the force applied has changed the shape of the dough or orange. So work is said to be done when force is applied on an object and it moves the object, and work is also said to be done when applied force changes the shape or size of the object. Here we can see that force is applied on the rubber ball and its shape has changed, and a slice of an orange has also changed its shape on applying force. When we squeeze the slice of an orange, it changes its shape. So in both the cases, work is said to be done. Now measurement of work. We are taking one example here. This is person A. He is pushing a box of 30 kg up to a distance of 5 meters. Another person B. He is pushing the same box of weight 30 kg up to a distance of 10 meters. So who has done more work? We will say that person B has done more work. Now what does that mean? It means that work done depends on the distance the object moves in the direction of the applied force. More is the distance and more is the work done. So work depends on the distance the object moves. Person B moves the box up to a distance of 10 meters and person A moves it only up to a distance of 5 meters. So person B has done more work. Now one more example is here. Person A, he is pushing a box of 30 kg up to a distance of 5 meters, and person B is pushing a box of 60 kg up to a distance of 5 meters. Distance is the same but weight is different. Distance is the same but weight of the box is different. In case A it is 30 kg, in case B it is 60 kg. So what happens here? Here also person B has done more work because he is applying greater force. He is applying greater force because this box is heavier than this one. This is 30 kg, this is 60 kg, so person B has to apply more force. So he is doing more work, though the distance is the same, 5 meters in both the cases. So it means that work done also depends on the magnitude of the force applied. So work done depends on the distance the object moves in the direction of the force applied, and it also depends on the magnitude of the force applied. So work done depends on magnitude of the force applied and the distance moved by the object in the direction of the force applied. Now what is work done? Work done equals to force into distance moved. W equals to F into D. How can we define work done? We can define it as the product of the force applied and the distance moved by the object in the direction of the force applied. But if we apply force on an object and it does not move, it means that no work is done. So W equals to 0 then. When D equals to 0, W equals to 0 when D equals to 0. When the object does not move on applying force, then no work is done. So now let's see, even if the potter is carrying heavy load on his head, why we are saying that no work is done. So what happens? He is carrying heavy luggage on his head and the weight of that luggage is acting downwards, and the potter is applying an equal upward force to balance that weight. The weight of this luggage is acting downwards and he is applying upward force to balance that weight. So when he is not moving, no distance is covered, so distance covered is 0 here, so no work is done. When distance covered is 0, no work is done. But when he moves, what happens? Then also we say that he is not doing any work, no work is done, work done is 0. What happens? That the potter carrying load on his head, he is moving on a horizontal platform against the force of gravity. He is moving like this horizontally against the force of gravity, and the work done by the potter against the force of gravity is 0. Why it is 0? Because the distance covered and the force of gravity, they are perpendicular to each other. Distance covered is like this, he is working horizontally, and force of gravity is downwards, so they are perpendicular to each other. Force of gravity and work done by the potter against the force of gravity, because he is moving on a horizontal platform and he is doing going against gravity, so they are perpendicular to each other. And when they are perpendicular to each other, we can say that no work is done. Even when the potter moves, then also no work is done. Now let's go through one more example. Here a boy has tied a stone to one end of a string. Now the string is whirled in horizontal circular path. Now what happens? The motion of the stone is always perpendicular to the force of tension in the string. They are perpendicular to each other. Motion of the stone and the force of tension in the string, they both are perpendicular to each other. So we can say that here no work is done by the force of tension on the stone. No work is done. Similarly here, the movement is in horizontal direction and work done by the potter against the force of gravity is 0, because the force of gravity and the distance covered and the force of gravity, they are perpendicular to each other. So we can say that the potter is not doing any work. No work is done by the potter. And here also, because the force of tension in the string and the motion of the stone, they both are perpendicular to each other, so no work is done here. in both the cases. Now one more example. When the earth revolves around the sun, it is said that no work is done. Why? Again, the same thing is there. The force of attraction on the earth by the sun is always perpendicular to the direction of motion of the earth. Force of attraction on the earth by the sun is perpendicular to the direction of motion of the earth. So no work is said to be done by the gravitational force of the sun on the earth. Now units of work. We know that work done equals to force into distance moved by the object. So unit of work equals to unit of force into unit of distance. Now what is the unit of force? That is Newton, and unit of distance is meter. So Newton into meter means Newton meter, and Newton meter is also called joule. So Newton meter or joule is the unit of work. So SI unit of work is joule. Now what is 1 joule of work? 1 joule of work is said to be done when a force of 1 Newton moves an object through a distance of 1 meter in the direction of applied force. 1 joule is said to be done. 1 joule of work is said to be done when a force of 1 Newton moves an object through a distance of 1 meter in the direction of the applied force. Now multiple units of work done. 1 kilojoule equals to 10 raised to the power 3 joule. 1 megajoule equals to 10 raised to the power 6 joule. And 1 gigajoule equals to 10 raised to the power 9 joule. In CGS system, the unit of work is erg. 1 joule equals to 10 raised to the power 7 erg. Now if we measure the force in kgf and distance moved in meter, then the unit of work is kgf m. Since 1 kgf equals to 9.8 Newton, 1 kgf m equals to 9.8 Nm means 9.8 joule.